Good morning, everyone. Today I'm a little less sleep deprived. Little less. Today my story time isn't necessarily a horror story, but it is about how bullying affected me when I was younger. So, the bullying I faced started early. I was living in a little small town, country, behind the times town in Ohio. And when they say small town folk know everybody, everybody knows everybody. The first 3 years of school were relatively normal, relatively okay. But we get over into 4th grade, and that's when things started to occur. I, in this place of my life, was living with my mother. We were impoverished. We were very, very poor. To the point I didn't have the best clothes. Didn't really have money to always have laundry done, so I didn't smell the best. Always smelled like cigarettes, dogs, country. And of course, the poor girl is going to get bullied. To top it off, everybody in town knew my mom was Native American. And guess what? I got shit for that too. The bullying was mainly about my, being poor, not having all these clothes, and, smelling and being a little country fuck. Like an actual country oh my goodness. An actual country fuck who, grew up doing farm work and loved it. So, it really messed me up, man. That was a really crucial time in my life, and I was facing a lot. There was a back and forth custody thing with my mom and dad. There was stuff involving my grandparents. Abuse, neglect, a lot happening. And the one place I could escape all of it from, I am getting bullied and harassed and made fun of, all because I don't look the best, don't smell the best, don't fit all these boxes these people have made up for each other. It was so bad. I ended up with depression in 5th grade. I was an anxious mess of a person. I stopped doing things I really loved. I used to be a hardcore artist, a hardcore nature girl, very, very expressive, very loud, very optimistic and happy. I was a happy little girl, And it just faded away. I turned into a shell of myself to keep myself safe. I dulled down my personality. I avoided people. And I started to absolutely hate myself. Everybody was telling me I should hate myself. And as a little girl, everybody's telling you this, even your parents, even your grandparents. I mean, the people who are supposed to be closest to you are bringing you down. So of course, you're going to grow and adapt to hate yourself. And that has been a lifelong journey trying to undo. There have been so many sleepless nights, so many fucking agonizing realizations, and so much holding myself. That bullying will really, really mess you up. And that is the very, very mild version of what I faced. It only got worse from 4th grade, but a lot worse. Especially the first time I had to go to the hospital for my mental health. I told my best friend at that time, and she was the only person I told. She decided to tell the whole school, and from that day on, I was the suicidal fat emo girl. I was super, super overweight in school. I have been an overweight child since actually about 4th grade. That's when it started. Because that's when the bullying really picked up. That's when I started eating to cope with everything at home and everything going on at school. So add that into being a little emo girl, fat, poor, Native American, in a podunk small town in Ohio. It was definitely fucking nightmarish. I am very surprised I survived with how cruel and rude and detrimental these people were to me, all because of circumstances I had no hand in. It was to the point I was eating lunch in the school bathroom just so I didn't have to be with people. I chose loneliness and isolation and hardening myself over, I don't know, what would have been the other options at that point. Nobody wanted to talk to me. Nobody wanted to give me the benefit of the doubt. Nobody wanted to give me the time of the day. Even the school counselor thought she was a joke. Bullying will fuck anyone up. So before you think of bullying someone, sit there, think about it, because it does have really hard consequences. You have no idea what somebody's facing behind what they tell you. They could be going through their own personal hell, and guess what? You're making their own personal hell even more hellacious. Think before you speak. I feel like that's become a very, very lost art, thinking before you speak. We should definitely bring that art form back, because wow, a little girl should not have faced what I have faced, not only from the schooling system, not only from at home, but just overall. I should not have had to face all of the things I faced. The bullying, the abuse, the neglect, the hurt. I didn't deserve that. I was a child. You, sitting here, probably listening to this whole thing, you didn't deserve what you've been through as a child. I'm sure this algorithm will bring some of us traumatized, used babies, not babies, but baddies together, so... Alright, this is what I wanted to say. I will pop back in with a finished look when I am completed. Thank you for listening to this story. I am definitely learning how to put thoughts together and how to share them here online with you guys, so thank you for your patience. Here's the completed fit check. I have a few more accessories to add, but yeah, this is what I'm looking like today.